So we are here with Mackenzie Dern. You've got a big fight coming up, and how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm so excited to fight in Brazil, in Rio. So my dad will be there for the first time to watch me live. He's never seen me watch live MMA, so I'm excited. It's going to be a great fight, and I'm just ready to get there. We leave Sunday, so I'm really excited.
Wow. Now, obviously, you are one of the most decorated jiu-jitsu practitioners. What was the biggest, I guess, learning curve for you jumping into MMA?
I think the biggest part was the wrestling in the cage, you know. You could just go and pull guard, you know. We see some people doing that in MMA. They go and they pull guard, you know, and you can try to do the stand-up, the striking. It's like fun to learn, but the wrestling and when the people have such a good defense and stuff, that transition in the middle is, for me, was the hardest part. And it's still hard until today. I'm trying to work that a lot. Bubba, he's helping me so much. So I think that's, and also to be able to fight the people, and then they can go to the cage and use that. In jiu-jitsu, we don't have that. They can't run away, you know. The octagon, they can use the cage to stand up and help them. So I think the biggest part is to get that transition. But I feel very comfortable. Every fight I'm getting better and better. My last fight I felt really good on the cage. In this fight, hopefully I don't need to use the cage too much, you know. But I'm excited.
Now, what would you tell anyone that is thinking about transitioning from jiu-jitsu to MMA? Like, what strength would you tell them? What advice would you give them?
Someone who's trying to transition from jiu-jitsu to MMA, I think for sure try to take off that sport jiu-jitsu mindset, because for me, I like to be on the bottom when I'm training jiu-jitsu, when I'm competing jiu-jitsu. I like to play on bottom, but in MMA we want to be on top, you know, and half guard, you know, and so try to do a little ground and pound and those types of things, you know. Don't think so much submission, because when they hear that you're a jiu-jitsu champion or anything, their defense is going to be way better. So once you beat them up a little bit, get them to think about getting cut or something, then the submission comes way easier. So I think for us to stay true to our roots, we need to take off that jiu-jitsu mindset, think that we're an MMA fight, and then we'll be able to get our jiu-jitsu. My first MMA fight I ever did, I threw maybe like 10 punches, you know. I almost forgot it. They're like, you can punch, you can elbow. I said, oh yeah, I forgot, you know. So.
And for young girls, you're obviously a big role model to a lot of people, whether it be jiu-jitsu or MMA. What would you like to tell your fans?
Just thank you for all the support, for everyone who's supporting me, for the ups, the downs, everything that we're going through. It's a big journey, you know. I was at the top in jiu-jitsu, and then you start all the way kind of like a white belt again, you know, and go up. But a lot of people criticize. You know, you have the compliments, but you have the criticism too, you know, so just thank you everyone who's like staying true and everything. And for the girls, you know, all the girls that want to, maybe they want to, but they're a little nervous, you know, you can be whoever you want to be, like your personality. Just because we do martial art doesn't mean you're gonna be like masculine or something, you know. We can live off of this. We saw like Ronda Rousey do, we see lots of girls getting more and more. So if you think you want to do martial arts, like go do it, it'll be good, you know. Like you can stay feminine, you can have your long hair, you can paint your nails, you can do anything you want to do. So I recommend it.
There you go. And what's the biggest thing that you've learned about yourself through this journey, whether just jiu-jitsu or MMA? What's the biggest thing that you've learned about yourself?
About myself, the biggest thing I learned, I'm someone who's very I like to do things for people. I like to help to make people happy, but I learned like in this sport, we really have to be kind of a little bit selfish, you know. Not selfish as in to not care about people, but this sport you need to invest, you know, you need to invest in good coaches, in good nutritionists, invest in our future, you know, because after we can give back, you know. But for us to be able to give back, we need to focus everything now. So it was a big kind of change for me, you know. I always say that, oh, it's okay, I won't go to the training today to help, you know, someone else in jiu-jitsu, you know, that needs to train for a different tournament. But, you know, I'm learning every time more that I need to just invest in myself and make sure I put myself first in the career to be able to give back and be able to like inspire people. You know, if I can't follow my dream and everything, then how am I gonna inspire other people? So just have patience. I'm not a patient person, you know. I drive fast, you know. I'm always trying to get to the light fast, you know. So just learn to have patience. and to invest in myself and kind of be like a good selfishness.
So, and where can people find you on social media?
Just Mackenzie Dern, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I'm there.
There you go.